are here with AnnaSophia Robb from Grosse Pointe Garden Society, my new favorite show. It is so good.
Thank you.
I feel like we have not had a show like this in so long.
Right? I know. I think we all kind of feel the same way. I feel that way when I get the episodes. I'm like, ooh, what happens next? This is fun.
It's so good. And, how was the show pitched to you, and what made you decide to sign on to it?
Well, I read the pilot and I flew through it. When you read something or you're watching something and you look at your phone or you're sort of distracted, there's so many distractions now, or like emails pop up, something's not very good. This thing, I was locked in. I was like, what happens next? Oh my gosh, can I read the next episode? And I felt equally invested in all of the character storylines. And so I just felt, I was like, this is going to be, it feels really strong. Like it feels fun and fresh, but it also is nostalgic. It feels like very Desperate Housewives, Bad Sisters, Big Little Lies. It's really funny, but they're real people. And so it was a show that when I read it, I was like, I would want to watch this.
I was going to say, I've seen a lot of comparisons to, Pretty Little Liars, Big Little Lies, Desperate Housewives, like you said. Do you think those are fair comparisons? What do you think of those?
Definitely, yeah. One of our showrunners, Jenna Bans, she wrote on Desperate Housewives, so it has very much like that flavor of, it's this sort of ideal, like pretty world on top and then dirty on the bottom, which is yummy and salacious.
It is, and it is so good. And the world obviously loved you in the Carrie Diaries, where you played a young Carrie Bradshaw, getting her start as a writer in New York City. In Grosse Pointe Garden Society, you play this small town woman who dreams of being a writer and moving to New York. In some ways I kind of feel like Alice is who Carrie would have been had she not moved to the city. Do you ever see that?
No, it's the first time you brought it up, but it's not the first time I've thought about it. I think, Alice she's that type of character where she's always dreamed of coming to the city and fulfilling her dreams, but life just hasn't gone that way for her. She hasn't made those big leaps and sort of bet on herself, and so she's in this place where, does she take that big step or does she stay put in her hometown? And she's caught at this crossroads, and she's also getting older, and it's like, does she start a family? And she's feeling a lot of pressure from her mother-in-law, and so there's like a lot of tension there, which I think a lot of young women can probably relate to.
Alice is in a really interesting position because it seems like it's kind of completely on her to make the money and have the stable job and the relationship, and then she's also facing that pressure from, her husband and her in-laws about settling down, starting a family. What do you hope young women can take away from this character?
I hope they learn to stand up for themselves, because I also am like, come on, Alice, get it together. Like, go after what you want, say what you want. Call out this person in your life. I'm not going to say anything so that people watching can enjoy. No spoilers here. But I hope that they can sort of, she's finding her voice. I think she's always sort of done what she thinks is the right and appropriate thing to do, and she's at a point in her life where she just can't keep her mouth shut anymore, and it all starts to take its toll, and that pressure might not come out in the healthiest of ways. It just sort of like squeezes out like a overstuffed PB&J, and she's like trying to keep it clean. But that's the essence of the show. It's like people who are trying to do the right thing, but it's just too much, and it's messy everywhere.